Miller has been in existence for 91 years. We've seen a lot about Jacksonville and the growth, how Jacksonville's changed. Growing up here in Jacksonville, born and raised in Jacksonville, was always a football fan. You know, we had colleges surrounding areas, we had NFL teams that were close by, but we didn't have our own team. But when we heard that news that we were getting a team, just a sense of that we were finally going to have someone that we could cheer for, that was our team, that we could all cheer for together. It was really a unifying, moment in Jacksonville. We were one of the first people contacted just about interest in whether we'd be, participate in transforming the Gator Bowl, a metal erector set type stadium, into a high technology, high fan experience stadium like we'd never had around here. And that's something that's unique about what we do, is that as we're working on a project, we leave something behind when we're done. So when the project's finished, we always have something there that we can look to. I had a young project manager. One of his first jobs was being involved in the scoreboards. And I told him, I said, you gotta wait for it. I said, you just wait. That first time when they fire those off, you're gonna be able to have an experience that you probably aren't expecting. And we were sitting down, from each other on the same row that first night. And I looked down at him and he basically had a tear in his eye. I mean, it was that emotional. Every game that I go to now, still, it's been 4 or 5 years since we did that, still that sense of accomplishment that we can point to that and say, hey, we did that. And really looking around, any other light that's on in that stadium, we did that. The stadium project was the first project that I actually was not in the office. I actually showed up to work at the stadium every day. And there was one individual in particular, Don Higginbotham, who was there with me one night. The seats were all put in, everything was shiny, everything was sparkling. Found us a seat on the 50-yard line, about 20 rows up. He and I sat there together. We just sat there for 20 minutes looking around. We didn't have to say anything. And then eventually we looked at each other and said, that's pretty cool. And it was just a simple moment, but that's the moment that I'll remember about the stadium, the rest of my life.